Hi, I'm Andy Murphy, and I am the founder of The Secure Dad, and I wanted to share with you a tool that I use to protect my privacy online. If you're not aware, a data broker is a company that buys and sells your personal information, and they sell it to anybody. Anybody who wants to buy it can buy your name, your address, your phone number, your work history, your relatives, and in just a minute, I'm going to show you exactly the information that they are collecting on you. If you think that's kind of scary, you're not alone, and this is where DeleteMe can help. DeleteMe will go and delete your personal information from hundreds of data broker sites across the internet, and they keep doing that for you. So it's not just a one and done service. They will continue to work for you to look for all of your personal information and remove it from as many data broker sites as they can. And one of the great features is the privacy report that DeleteMe will send you a couple of times a year to show you exactly what they've been doing for you. So it's not a guessing game. You never have to worry about that. The report will tell you exactly where they found your information, where it's being removed from currently, and where it has been removed from in the past few months. So it's a great way to track what they are doing for you, where your information was found, and also kind of give you some insights into the information that data brokers are collecting on you. So now what I want to do is go through my personal privacy report with you page by page so you can see exactly what it looks like. So if you decide to join DeleteMe, you know what to expect. All right, so now this is the very first page of the privacy report. You'll see here that I've kind of blurred out a couple of things because that's my personal private data, and I don't want to sit here and dox myself in a video teaching you how to protect your own privacy. So I think you see that. So the next page is a nice letter where they tell you about all the stuff that they've done for you, and there's some contact information down at the bottom, but we'll skip over that page. Okay, so here now is the first page of the report. Again, there's some more deleted stuff that I've had out here. It'll show you the last scan. In my case, this one was last scanned on August 29th of 2024. It tells me their listings, the data brokers that they did find that had my personal info, and then they tell me there's been 35 different pieces of personal information that was found, which I find very, very important. Another thing here is this time saved searching is about 117 hours. We will get more into that and why that's more important later. And then time saved removing 41 and a half hours. So another thing that they like to do down here at the bottom is they will show you the total listings that they've reviewed over the past couple of months. Some months are, crazy high numbers. I don't really know what affects that. I think it's the buying and selling habits of the data brokers themselves. I think that's what's going on. I think there's just more for them to look at, but that's just my conjecture. And then over here, total listings removed. You'll see sometimes these numbers will be pretty high because data brokers will just, one, pop up brand new, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then they'll also buy and sell more data from each other or from like your local DMV or something like that. And so there's just or you may even refinance your house and you will just flood the market with all of your personal data all over again. Sometimes when you refinance your house or you buy a new house, that information comes out. But then sometimes it's just time for a data broker to buy your DMV information or even your voter registration information from your state. So that's a fun way that people get your personal private data for data broker sites. All right, so the next page. So this is the first page of the report findings. I'm just going to zoom in real quick. And I know my head is kind of blocking some of these things here, but I'm going to zoom in real quick just so you can see what's going on. The first listing here, and it's ironic that it's Crunchbase. So they have pulled my information from Crunchbase. They tell me how many monthly searches that site uses. It's 11.5 million. That's huge. But this is like the telling part for me. This is your personal information exposed. So Crunchbase had my name, occupation, my social media handles, and my picture. That's all that Crunchbase had. I did not know that was there. So DeleteMe had to go through and find it. And Crunchbase is one of these that continuously just buys up information. So I've appeared and been removed from Crunchbase multiple times. So that's a big thing. Next, we have Hudway Glass. Who knew that something called Hudway Glass was a data broker? I didn't know that. But they actually have my name, address, past address, and my property value. I never would have looked at this site for my personal data. I would have looked like at Crunchbase or whitepages.com or been verified or something like that. I don't know that these small data broker sites pop up. There's public information services. They have my name, address, age, past addresses, my marital status, my wife's information, and my relatives' information. This is nuts. So Rehold had just my name and address. And then something called Public Search Records had my name, address, past address, marital status, my wife's information, and my relatives' information. So the important thing to see in these first few listings is that your removal is in progress. That means that DeleteMe has found your information. They have requested from the site that it be deleted, and it is in the process of doing that. And if you'll go back up here to Crunchbase and take a look, it takes 24 days for your information to be removed from Crunchbase. That's insane. Crunchbase knows the information that they have. They have to comply with federal laws to remove your information when it's requested. But there's nothing that says it has to be done in 24 hours. It has to be done in 48 hours. It's really kind of up to the data broker. So it's 24 days for Crunchbase. That's fun. But if you go here to Hudway Glass, it's 2 days. Public Information Services, it's 24 hours. So like for this one here, by the time I got it, I was probably already gone. By the time I got this report, my information was probably already gone. And the nice thing is you can go to these sites where the removal is in progress and you can go search for yourself. You don't have to join. You can just see if your records pop up. So that's a way that you can just go ahead and take a look at what's being done for you. You can double check DeleteMe. They're happy for you to do that. You can go and see that your information has been removed. But at 411.com, I was clean. There was none of my information that was found. And I think that's really important because over the next couple of pages, you're going to see from advanced background checks. I was not found there. All biz, not found there. Background checks, not found. Been verified. This is a huge one down here at the bottom. Been verified doesn't have my information. Cluster Maps doesn't. Corporation Wiki. Again, that is a site I never would have looked at. Never would have looked at something like that for my kind of information. I don't even know that it exists. So when these sites pop up, and they pop up on a monthly basis, and some of it is kind of like a shell game. One corporation will actually own 5 or 6 different data brokers, and they'll share that information across the board. So they'll just open up a new one. And like, I can't keep track of that. I have my own life to live. So DeleteMe handles that for me. So it's like, I have said this to them when I've talked to Rob Chevelle, who's the CEO of the company, and we're talking like, it's just a game of whack-a-mole. Like as soon as you take your information out of one data broker site, another one pops up with that same information. So instead of you having to just drive yourself crazy looking for all this information, spending all these hours for yourself, DeleteMe will just do that for you, and they will send you this report to let you know that they've actually done it. All right, so the next page, ID True didn't have me. Mugshot Look also didn't have me, so that's good. I also didn't appear in Florida residence, which is good because I don't live in Florida. I don't know why they would have my information, but apparently they do. Ohio residence doesn't have me either. I don't live in Ohio. So let me see if I can go through like people search down here. They have 102,000 sites or monthly searches, which is a crazy big number. So that's one of the bigger ones, and I'm not on there. Let's see. Okay, so here's another one of these. You look at like peoplewiz.net, and there's peoplewiz.com, which sounds really weird, and then there's peoplewiz.net, and there's peoplewizard.com, and then peoplewizard.net, peoplewiz.com, and peoplewizard.net. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. And this is what DeleteMe handles for me. It's absolutely worth the money. Goodness, look at this. Oh, gosh, there's more. Look, oh, gosh. Oh, man. Look at this. Okay, so maybe we're out of the People Wizard stuff here. So here's just Spokio is a big one. That's one that deals in a whole lot of information. It's 15.5 million monthly searches, and I'm not there. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so White Pages and White Pages Pro, those are the more popular ones. This kind of goes back to the whole White Pages in the phone book thing, which is where residents were listed. So this is a big one. This is the one that people go to the most. It has there's 29.4 million monthly searches, and it's good that I'm not there. So that's a big deal to not be on White Pages and then White Pages Pro, because apparently those are two different things. So you may think you go to whitepages.com and opt out. I've actually done a video on that. I'll put a link below how you can do that for free without DeleteMe. But apparently that does not opt you out of White Pages Pro. So unless you know that, your information is going to stay there. It's nuts. And okay, so here we are, that here at the end, and of course there's a place that I can leave feedback, and then there's like a email address here that I've blurred out, so if I have an issue, I can immediately email this person for help, which I think is a great idea. So that is a look at my DeleteMe privacy report, and I hope this has answered some questions for you. So that was a look at my privacy report. You might be wondering if you have multiple people in a privacy report, are both people's information included in one, and that is not the case. Each individual person who has an account gets their own privacy report. So my privacy report will look different from my wife's privacy report, which is really cool. So DeleteMe is really going out there and checking all of the sites for your information. If you're one of these people who wants to trust but also verify what DeleteMe is doing, the privacy report is a great way to go and check behind them to make sure your information is actually being deleted. I have personally done this, and every time that I have looked, my information really has been gone. If you want to join me in protecting your private information online, go to joindeleteme.com/dad and use the discount code DAD to get 20% off a privacy plan of your choice. Now, I am an affiliate of DeleteMe, and I partner with DeleteMe to bring you insights like this one. However, this video was not sponsored by DeleteMe. This is something that I wanted to do all on my own. I was a client of DeleteMe for 3 years before I ever did any affiliate work with them. I trust DeleteMe to protect my family, and you can too.